Hello. Greg, what's been your thoughts as guys have come back in to the group? What have you noticed out of the group as you guys sort of restarted, refocused here?
Guys are, the guys that are away, happy to be back. Again, good concentration, good focus today. It's just guys physically are in a little bit different places. Some guys, had long flights yesterday. Some guys have been in here and had tough sessions. So just over the next couple of days, it's trying to get everybody back on the same page and ready to go. Whether that's physical, mental, tactical, all those different things, but just trying to get everybody back reconnected with each other. So, but again, I've said it's a group that enjoys each other. They're pretty clear on what it is we're trying to do. So it's just touching on the key points, especially things that I think we can take away from our last couple of games that we want to keep our attention on as we continue to move forward.
Julian's one of those guys who probably left right after his game, but he's in today. What's his process the rest of the week?
Yeah, so he got into today. Was just, he literally arrived, I think, at 9 a.m. and came straight here. And so it was just to get the flight out of him, the jet lag, whatever he brings back, just to try to turn his body and his body clock back around and reconnect him. So today was pretty light. It was just get his heart rate up and flush some of that out, and then tomorrow he'll reintegrate back into the group and prepare for Saturday.
Update on Douglas?
Douglas is out and starting to work his return to play in training. So I don't know exactly, but I would say 7 to 10 days is probably our window to getting him back into the match. Hopefully he'll be in training here in the next few days, and then we're just trying to get him ready to get him in match fitness and ready to play.
Derrick said that he felt 100% difference in intensity from beginning of training season to now, coming in now, and part of that was the switch that was flipped over the past with your last two games. I guess, do you feel and see that too?
Yeah, again, I think the intensity of the group has improved as the season has progressed. I think, again, the integration and the guys becoming more familiar of each other than they were a year ago. They're a little more confident in how to give each other feedback or to push each other or things like that. There's also become a lot more banter, if you will, inside of the training session. The guys they have fun, but they're also kind of leaning on each other and pushing each other a little harder, which has been great. The competition in the group has been great, and I think that brings the intensity level. I think there's a genuine belief in the group that they can do something special if they can keep that intensity high and keep progressing as a group. That there's no reason why they can't lift some trophies at the end of this season. So when you have that kind of belief and motivation, then the right type of personalities start to come out within the group, and that's taking place. So.
Greg, has it been a little frustrating with Douglas, trying to get used to the league, but then the injuries preventing him from adapting fully? And with the summer transfer window, is there any players or positions that you have in mind specifically for the Galaxy?
Yeah, as it relates to Douglas, it's probably as frustrating for him as it is for anyone. A big part of this is he's had a stretch of issues injury-wise over the last little bit. And for us, it's trying to get down and diagnose what the causes are of those. None of the injuries that we've dealt with have been serious, all pretty minor. But the problem is if you keep having little minor injuries, then we have to find the source. And we do believe we have found, through working with some specialists, some people around and him and everybody else, we do think we found kind of the deficiencies that are leading to some of these little minor things that are constantly having to set him back, which means he never really gets to the full fitness and the full speed that he needs to be at. And so we took a little step back during this long break to be able to work on some of those things and hopefully bring his strength up in certain areas that will then keep him from compensating, which the compensation then creates some of the issues that we've encountered. So it's probably try to take 2 steps back to take many steps forward is a little bit of the thought process here. So, but we hope as we get him back here in the next, hopefully the next 7 to 10 days or whatever, that there'll be a clearer path forward for him in terms of where he's at. So as far as the summer window, we came into the first half of the season. We left some space and some roster spots so that we could consider what our needs are as we came into the summer window and our opportunities. And so we will add. We'll probably add at least one player over the window, one in the midfield. I think we We've seen a little bit with Sasha down that we're a little bit light in terms of our numbers in the midfield, so we'll probably add one there, and then anything we can add beyond that, it's going to be kind of an opportunity. If a good opportunity is out there or the right player who can give us something a little different, then we'll try to make a move there. But we'll see how things shape up here over the next couple of weeks.
What is Sasha's status?
He's progressing. He's doing some return to play stuff. He's got a hip flexor issue, which is tricky because you can do a lot of things with the hip flexor, but then when you start to really strike the ball or sprint or do some of those high-end things, you become vulnerable. In the past, I know our guys medically and us as a staff, we've dealt with guys that had hip flexor stuff. One guy in particular that came back 3 times and just was never right. So we just want to make sure we get him through the right steps and process. He's feeling better. So now I think as he starts to cross like thresholds and showing that he can manage certain things and recover right the next day, not have pain, we can keep taking steps forward. I don't know exactly the timeline, but hopefully, within the next couple of weeks, we can start to see him back within the group. But I don't know exactly. It's all going to be on how he can progress physically through the steps that he has remaining. So,
is that injury-wise? That's pretty much it, right? Sasha supposed to.
Yeah, Sega was out, right? Sega was
Sega.
out, but Sega should be back into training tomorrow. He gone for the last 4 days straight. So today he was in a recovery day, and then tomorrow he'll be back into the group. I put him as maybe for this weekend, but I would say for sure he would probably be ready for the Tuesday game. So we'll see how he fares tomorrow as we work towards the weekend, but for sure by Tuesday we think he'll be ready.
Adam Saldana?
Adam's making good progress. I mean, he's training full, and now I would guess over the next week or two he'll start to probably get some minutes in G2 and to live action. Some of it, this last part, has just been getting his full fitness, game fitness under him, but also doing a few more things with the ankle, just striking the ball, things like that, where he was having just still a little bit of soreness, but I think he's probably just like I said, a week or so away from maybe getting some minutes in G2, and then we'll just start progressing him. And as he's doing what he needs to do and showing what he needs to, he'll start to work his way back into our group.
How did you handle the break? Did you get away at all? Or?
Yeah, I went away. I went to Orlando for 6 days with my family. It was good. It was a nice little break to relax, chill by the pool and stuff like that. So it was good.
Orlando. You can do that here?
That's what I said to my wife. And she wanted
Are you
to
a
go.
Disney fan?
I am, but it's too many people out there for my life. So we kind of just chilled. We went to Animal Kingdom one day, and that was enough for me. But yeah, it was nice.
What's been the attitude as guys have come back in from national team duty and you guys restart, sort of refocus on this week here?
Yeah, just getting locked in again. I feel like the last 2 games, that's exactly what we were. We were locked in. We were all ready. And I think a switch kind of flipped, and we realised, look, this is how good we can be. We have to put it in every day. So I feel like straight away since the first training, everyone's been back. The intensity's there again, and yeah, we're just looking forward to playing now.
So Greg gave you guys a week off? Is that...
I could be putting him in trouble here. He gave us a little break.
Just like those 2 games. Of course, if you in a normal situation, you would want to play like right after that without a break here. Whoa.
Cheers.
But as you guys went from those 2 losses against Houston and Dallas to those 2 wins, what's the biggest difference you think in that?
I think just everyone putting in 100%. I feel like sometimes we can get away from that. We get too comfortable sometimes. We all tend to like maybe switch off, maybe not run as hard, but I felt like the last 2 games everyone put it all in, and that's what we have to do if we want to be champions, if we want to get into those playoffs, and hopefully we can just continue doing it.
Mm-hmm. You have Portland Saturday, and then you have the Open Cup on that Tuesday or Wednesday. Your thoughts on another busy week here, but that Champions League game is something that can get you guys into the Champions League, really.
Yeah, definitely. We're taking that very serious. Since the first game, Gaffer's saying we want to win it, so we're there. That's another goal of ours to get a trophy, so it's a massive game, and the games are coming up quick. We're just looking forward to them and make sure we're ready.
Derrick, from the start of the season to now, do you feel a tangible difference in the intensity in training?
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, I feel like a switch has been flipped and everyone's just on it. Everyone's kind of locked in now, and those 2 losses against Dallas and Houston really hurt us. And we had a lot of them last year, and we don't want to feel like this again. So yeah, I feel like everyone's been a lot better.
Good afternoon, guys. How are you?
Doing
Good. Yourself? Bien, ¿ustedes?
Bien.
Qué bueno.
What's it like being back after time off? You
Yeah.
see the energy kicking back up?
Yeah, we hope we can take back that momentum that we left with the break. Hopefully we can get 3 more points with a very good performance like the last 2 we did here in our stadium. So yeah, we're very excited. Of course, the break helps a little bit to rest and to recharge in a way. But yeah, the challenge now is try to take it back, that momentum and that performance and that attitude that we showed in the last 2 games.
You probably would have wanted to play after the game.
Yeah, but that's schedules. I think everyone around the world complains about the schedules. Sometimes, of course, this is a business. A lot of people want to watch this amazing sport. So yeah, it's normal. But yeah, that's why with technology, with a lot of the stuff that helps us recover faster and be ready to keep it up every single game to don't give any chance to another teams, and the rest of the teams are doing the same. So I think it's fair for everyone. And yeah, I mean, a lot of players went to the national teams. They did a good job. Now they need to recover to try to be ready for Saturday's game.
How much time did you take off?
The week that Greg gave us to all of us, Yeah.
Javier, ¿qué tan importante es para recargar energías y regularidad mental este tiempo de vacaciones, pasaste con la familia, como compartiste? Y preguntarte pues el tema de si hay un update de la plática con Tata Martino o sobre la selección.
La verdad que estoy contento de poder regresar ya de nueva cuenta a jugar. Yo creo que también el parón nos ayuda muchísimo, en mi caso, para poder haber pasado tiempo con mi familia, con mis hijos, lo cual lo necesitaba mucho. Y ya, pues como lo dije ahorita en inglés, recuperándonos, poniéndonos en forma para poder llegar de la mejor manera, porque dejamos, creo que, unas buenas sensaciones los últimos 2 partidos aquí en nuestra casa, entonces queremos retomar ese momento, y del otro no hay novedad.
Javier, as you get everyone back, is there kind of a worry that people might come in with different levels of intensity? And if so, how would you measure the intensity that everyone's showing today?
I mean, I think that's a very fair and great question, but it's not for me, it's for the manager, for Greg, so he will answer. In my point of view, we all want to be as fit as possible, as quick as possible too, to be ready and give Greg a headache to who is gonna start, in every single game. Of course, we have 80 games in 30 days, something like that. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of, we're all gonna play eventually, so yeah, we want to be as fit as possible, and I can say sometimes people take recovery as a rest, as a not doing something, and in these schedules and around the world, recovery is one of the main trainings that nowadays is very important, because like I said, the schedule is always being fitting up with a lot of games. We have a game against Chivas as well in August as a friendly, but of course as exposure for this basic league. So yeah, I think we need to be ready, and I feel ready, and everyone is going to be ready on Saturday, and hopefully Greg can make a good choice, and the people who's going to play give a good performances, and then after the game we can keep talking about the 3 points that we got in this stadium.
What is recovery? How do you treat the recovery?
In so different ways, man. I will have an hour with you of a talk, but I don't have that much time. But a lot of recovery, rest, food wise. There's a lot of devices nowadays that you can recover, like flushing your legs, manual therapy with the physios. Over here you have plenty of stuff to recover, and like I always said it, everyone is kind of different, and some other players need different stuff, that, for example, than myself. So but the beauty of technology, the beauty of evolution is that we always finding resources and finding ways to keep our body functioning improving every single day.